part of my inspiration for the work is the idea that artists can provide a voice for something that can't speak. And so the oceans can't, they can't verbalise anything, but the world's oceans need help. They need more acknowledgement. I think we have land where our worlds are, we live in our towns, we do our normal things day to day to day. When there's this amazing space out there that just for us is a big blue line, and underneath it is these worlds. Some of the video footage from divers that we've got, the creatures look like aliens. I had no idea that that's happening just over there in the sea. But our seas are getting sick, like our oceans are in a really sort of dire position from what humans do. And so I hope that the joy and love of oceans that this installation inspires translate to people making, buying sustainable seafood, or maybe switching to green energy, or looking for things that they might do in their lives with the ocean in mind. So, yeah. I make installation spaces for different purposes, for different people. I like to combine sculpture, painting, video, coloured light, and different interplays of space, such as sort of working on really large scale and then working down on little small intimate things. And I also do a lot of community art or participatory art practice. What inspires me to keep being an artist is having a connection to creativity and the buzz that comes from that. So that's probably more it, is that, that's what keeps me hooked. This installation was a nice treat. I'd done an Artists in Schools project with a little primary school out in Macarthur, which had got me a bit of a taste for working with kids. Warrnambool City Council and Fun4Kids put out an expression of interest for someone to come up with an art installation, especially for kids at this festival. And I live just near the rock pools in Warrnambool, and I love going to the rock pools with my kids. We've often on the way home from school, we'll just park up at the rock pools and go down there and explore, and we all go in different directions and go find things. And I realised that families that come down to Warrnambool in the middle of winter can't go to the rock pools because the tides are high, the weather's really cold, and they miss out on one of the most beautiful parts of Warrnambool. And so I thought recreating the rock pools indoors, especially for kids and families, could be a really novel thing. I didn't really anticipate the scale of that and what that would entail. But yeah, I thought it would be, on top of it being a really novel thing to do indoors, I'm really interested in regional communities and in what things happen locally. And so we've got an amazing university here that does marine biology, and I thought, and I'm doing a PhD myself in visual arts, and I'm really interested in how arts and science can link and what things they can communicate. And so I thought that it could be a really good starting point for a dialogue between the marine scientists and the artists, and that process could generate something like a real celebration of what local things we have here, our landscape, the culture we can make, and the knowledge that's made by the marine scientists. So this has been a really complex project that we've done, which has got lots and lots of layers. So at this level, in the space, what I love is the way that my work, which is the rock pool sculptures with the perspex and all the little rock flaps and things for people to explore, I love how it intersects with Colleen Hughson's video works. How it intersects with the kelp forest up the back, how those different spaces interweave. And we've got Karen's space just through there, which is a dark space which illuminates when you put a torch on it. I love how they all interweave. even though it's 4 different artists that have made these works, it's created, they've meshed. And the other thing that I really like about this project is that we had that initial communication between the artists and the marine scientists, but from that, because I really love community art, because I think it's really important to involve as many people in a project as possible in a meaningful way. I love that to create these works, to create the kelp forest and to create the videos, we ran workshops in primary schools and for other community people. So we actually had all up about 750 people involved in making videos and knitting things, which means that many people have actually sort of had their hands making this space. So yeah, there's lots of things that I like about this, but yeah, that's a big part. Because I'm local, I've known this gallery space for about 18 years, which is scary. And so I guess I was familiar with it. It's been a really good space Rebecca Elmes from Fun4Kids and I worked on developing this project for about 2.5 years by the time we got the funding and got it up and running. And that's given me all of that time to daydream about this space and to think about how things would fit, and that I could come and measure things up. And so I guess on the one level, I like the familiarity that I have with it, but it's a really versatile space, that it's really big, you can shift things around. It's a good gallery space is a good blank canvas, and this one's pretty good, yeah.